And we're back. Hope everybody enjoyed Baker Cat. Never seen Baker
Yep.
Cat before.
Which is a gift. A gift from the internet.
Internet bears many gifts.
The internet bears many things, and some people call them gifts, and some people call them curses.
Well, they're mostly the
On the
same
whole, I
thing.
think it balances.
Yeah.
So yeah, when we left off, the FBI was tracking the party through satellites.
Good.
Yeah.
That happens.
Where do we drive? It's not up. I think I had my road trip. So what do we drive now?
So
I have an idea,
two ideas.
actually. I'm sorry to interrupt. Can I make my car sadistic? Can I make this car an anchor? Or is
Sure.
it already an anchor for someone else?
I don't think it's Trex.
No.
Okay.
So yeah, you can just make it your anchor.
I think I want to make a sadistic sports car, and it will be full of flaming, flames and spikes, and it'll just look mean.
Sure.
So it's the hot rod from Brutal Legend, like.
I think so. Let me go look that up. Probably. Yes. Yes, it is. And I think from the FBI satellite thing, obviously I don't know that we're doing that, but I think that because the fact, the exposing of miracles would probably be bad. I might do this while we're in a tunnel or something.
Sure.
But yeah, I think that I'm going to do that. So, oh wait, I was checking. It's not making claiming an anchor is not difficult.
Depends how good of an anchor you want it to be.
Let's see. What's
just a jive anchor? It's treasure 0. So
yeah, I can go up to aspect. I can spend up to 4 miracle points without any wounds. Or no, 4 is still a wound, isn't it?
Nope, only the 8.
8 is okay. Then I can do a weaponized anchor. It's a difficulty 5 miracle to strengthen the powers of a wondrous anchor for actions. Okay.
yeah, I mean that's
difficulty 3 to claim a wondrous anchor, something extraordinary and powerful.
Yep.
It has a single core power that is in some reflection to some deep truth about you or your estate. Okay. In that case, you know how I described that this guy was kind of Elon Musk-esque?
Yep.
Elon Musk. I think
is he
this
starting
car
to be
is
more Doctor Doom.
Well, I think this car is more like this car after it is anchored has it has the name on it where it didn't before, where it was manufactured by Steelcore, the company that he owns, and it's basically the one of the best. It has ridiculously powerful, high tech parts and engines and everything in it. It is because it looks like it says it doesn't specifically has to be from a truth about my estate. It could also be about myself as a person. And I think if I could, I would like to do that about sort of him and his relationship to his business and what he wants it to be.
No, that's cool.
Okay. So I think on the outside it's still mean. I don't think he can do an anchor without it looking sadistic. But on the inside it is still ridiculously advanced. It's it has automatic, fully automatic driving. It's effectively the Batmobile. It's just that advanced.
Yeah, sure, you can have the Batmobile as a wonder. You gotta tell me, it has 1 power.
Yeah.
What is this 1 power?
This 1 power is to be able to rapidly navigate any terrain.
Okay. So it's the best off-road vehicle.
It's the best off or on road vehicle. Yes, it is. Yeah, it has grappling hooks. It has all terrain tires. It has like 4-wheel drive. Of course, it has all of that.
Cool.
Booster engines, parachute.
Booster engine, exactly. Like submarine mode. It has submarine mode.
Absolutely.
Yeah. No, this is it.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I don't see any way or reason to oppose this, so it goes through. The car transforms into this high-tech hot rod with spikes and flames all over it.
Yep.
It doesn't actually go any faster because it was being driven by, the Imperator of Wanderlust to begin with. So
that's true. It's still well. Do you want things to go fast specifically?
That depends entirely on the situation.
It's going as fast as Amaya wants it to go.
Okay.
Essentially.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that's fine. But now it's better.
It's better.
And I think Robert kind of did this on a whim. Let me get rid of 2 miracle points because I only have a 1 in treasure. But I think Robert did this kind of on a whim. And he has no willpower to resist that. He just wanted a fast car.
Also, it now has the inbuilt massage chairs and everything.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Everyone has their own personalized movie player. No, it's like they don't have a movie player. They have a VR headset per person.
Sure, totally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's just localized AR.
Yep. Any luxury, no matter how ridiculous, that is remotely feasible would probably work with this car.
I did assume it was a a convertible before.
Yeah, now it probably has now it has a retractable roof, but of course we don't know we're being spied on, so I don't. Right. I think it's still effectively a convertible.
Sure.
It doesn't. Well, actually, wait. All convertibles have retractable roofs. What am I talking about?
Yeah.
Don't they?
I'm pretty sure. Well, not all of them. Sometimes they have the hard cover. You have to actually physically take off.
Yeah. Well, this one would be automatic.
Totally.
Anyways, we still have the roof down because we don't know we're being watched.
So Maya's just going to drive around. She doesn't have anywhere to go in particular.
I have 2 things we could do. One of them has to do with me going somewhere in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Trek, going somewhere in your mind. So, which one do you want to start with?
Go for yours. I kind of like playing support, so.
Okay. So I think where we were in Virginia, and where's Robert's family?
I was driving. Let me go to Google Maps.
They would still be in Virginia. They were
probably
on the east side.
I remember we said where it was.
You've got a huge tech company, right? So
yeah, no, there's multiple
around
offices.
Norfolk. So there's all kinds of defense contracts and stuff you have there, probably.
Yeah.
Right. So we haven't gone very far.
No,
not yet. No, I
mean,
think so.
Maybe
if he was really going far away from where he lived, he wouldn't have been driving.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, we're probably in Norfolk.
So I think in the hour that we were driving, so Golden, remember how one of the properties of dinosaurs that I defined is that they're extinct on?
Right.
And therefore they are, by that definition, they are not extinct elsewhere.
Sure.
True.
So I have a miracle that I wrote down on my miracle sheet, which is Greater Incarnation, which is appear in the mind of a dinosaur.
You want to appear in the mind of a dinosaur?
I would like to appear in the mind of a dinosaur on the world where the Throne of the Seven Keys is, which we now know where it is because the meteor found it and Trek has told me. And so I want to have spent the last hour figuring out what's going on around there. And specifically, if I can figure out anything that, in terms of how it relates to the finding and capturing the soul of the creator.
Sure, you want to be in the mind of a dinosaur.
I can name a dinosaur if you want.
Sure, tell me what kind of dinosaur.
I think I appear in the.
You're also like kind of breaking up on me.
You're cutting in and out slightly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. My video quality just went down. Am I a little bit better now?
It's not cutting in and out or like choppy. It's like you are talking and then it just stops. Like it's not.
Weird.
It's not a video. It doesn't feel or sound like an audio
I
quality
assume
thing.
you're not using push to talk.
I'm not using push to talk.
Okay.
Maybe like just lower your threshold. a
Yeah,
bit.
you don't sound
Yeah,
quieter,
lower.
which is usually what it would
Okay.
take for that to be an issue. But
Give me a second. Voice push to automatically determine input sensitivity.
I would disable that and then mess
Yeah.
with that.
I want to lower it, right?
Yes,
Yep.
lower it means it's easier for it to broadcast.
All right. Let me know if this is a little bit better.
Sure.
So far, it's good.
Okay. So let me grab a picture of a Protoceratops because that's a good thing to do.
Oh, it's
Okay.
Protoceratops.
You cut off. We didn't hear what it was that you wanted to. What type of dinosaur?
I heard those are Protoceratops.
Just then, yes, but I think you said it before.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Anyway,
cool.
there it is. I dropped it into chat.
Oh, this looks so cute.
It does.
Yeah, they're like a little bigger than dog size, and they're kind of they have a civilized look to them, which
Yep.
I like.
They look kinder than most dinosaurs.
So I just set up a dinosaur name generator since you said you were going to name one, and Velociraptor came up, and I was like, that is perfect. Philosophical raptor.
I mean, there's a whole meme about that.
Velociraptor.
I think
That's
that's a
amazing.
real thing.
Yeah,
I mean, we're definitely not limited to just the dinosaurs that we know on Earth.
exactly.
So,
Like alien dinosaurs are a thing.
yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out how this will work.
Yeah, sorry to just drop this on you. I just realized I could do it a second ago.
Right. I'm trying to decide if there are actually dinosaurs on this planet. I think it's fine.
Could you create dinosaurs on this planet if there wasn't?
I'd have to have a line there, which I don't right now.
Okay.
I think technically,
And I
you
think
still need a line there. No, I guess not.
No,
Okay.
because it's a greater incarnation, because I'm using a greater
Oh, using
miracle, I don't
greater incarnation.
think
Okay.
it has range. I think if it was lesser, I'm limited in my range.
Sure, yeah. No, if it's greater, it's fine.
Yeah,
I thought you were doing
so
lesser
I'm,
for some
I'm
reason.
spending a miracle point.
You're also going to have to spend 3 more because you need strike to get to this place.
Oh, yeah, let's do that. That's fine.
Okay. So, you said you want. Tell me again, what was the special circumstances you wanted the dinosaur to be in?
So I'm specifically looking to inhabit the mind of a dinosaur that's close to. Remember, so this is going back several episodes. So let's recap. There was an imperial miracle that I had a little while ago that I spent in order to get a vision of a woman with golden skin on or near the throne of the Seven Keys.
Sure.
And I knew that vision related to the soul of the creator, but I didn't know how it did.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I'm hoping to gain more information in relation to that so that I can choose, do we go there? If we go there, what do we do?
Okay.
I just saw a height comparison chart of a Protoceratops compared to a person.
Mhm.
They are about the size of a large dog.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Here. They looked like they would be much bigger because I think probably Triceratops. But there is a picture.
Oh, that's cute.
That is way cuter than I thought it would be.
It looks like a Zerling, though.
Kinda.
Careful.
It does kind of look like a.
I'm a little worried about these Protoceratopses now.
Yeah.
Stay off the creep.
Yeah. So I think you incarnate in this Protoceratops, and sure, let's say that you see the golden skinned woman from your dreams. She's wearing this long flowing dress, and she's just
Mhm.
head rubbing the Protoceratops. You seem to be laying on this large cushion of some kind, and there's like silk tapestries on all the walls. Like
Yeah.
you can see like large arched gateways that lead outside. She's given like you
That
the
is
best head
amazing.
rubs ever.
Nice. How does Greater Incarnation work in a way where I can like do things, or is it just I'm abiding in the body of a thing?
I think maybe for other miracle, you would definitely count as present for being able to do other miracles, which would help. You could make this Protoceratops now an anchor.
It's not necessary, I think. This is Praserna.
That's okay. I'll observe for a little bit. Is she wearing like any symbols or anything like that?
No, but you notice that her hands and legs have a seam on them, like a scar.
Like a
she's
Frankenstein-like seam?
Yeah. And she's
Okay.
probably wearing like an elaborate headdress of some sort.
Okay. I guess I can. Can I talk to her?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I was gonna say if her pet just starts talking to her after.
Well, it says
So-
says you spread your consciousness, so
I mean, here's the thing that is true, right? The Nobilis speak every language,
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
or at least they speak the tongue of heaven. So I don't know, Will, how you want to play this.
You cannot
Because-
speak through the dinosaur, but
That
you
seems fair.
could like make a disembodied voice as a different miracle,
Right.
or
Okay.
transfer your consciousness to something else, or take direct control,
hmm
assume direct control. Is a different miracle. I assume that would be anchoring it.
Yeah.
Not necessarily.
Not because it is a dinosaur, it's not
look
restricted
at
to
your-
anchoring. I just like the image of like a tiny, adorable pet Protoceratops.
I believe as a lesser enchantment, you could make this dinosaur have the ability to speak and have control of that ability to speak. Yeah, lesser
Oh, yeah.
enchantment.
Because I like by destroying. Yeah, because I could uplift it to sentience by destroying its primitive and savageness.
Right.
Yeah, all right. Let's sure.
Okay.
Is that lesser or is that greater?
Lesser.
Lesser. Do I need to do strike or am I there?
You're there.
Okay. I can just do it then.
Yep.
Cool.
Okay, you do
All
it.
right.
Um,
So I do it, and then I think I look at her, and I say, "Do I know my name? Like as a sorry, do I know the Protoceratops's name?"
Sure. I guess I gotta think it up, huh? Someone said it a dinosaur name generator.
Is it Princess? Because I
mean,
imagine its name would be named by the woman.
Right.
Sure. Yeah. Let's go with Princess.
Wait. Yeah, that's great. What's her formal title?
I thought we wrote that down.
Oh, I did ages ago, but I think we then threw that out as
No.
not.
I just said that you couldn't have all this information,
Right.
but I said it would be real.
Oh, it's okay. It's you just didn't know it.
Yeah.
Yeah, hang on. Here it is.
Yasmin.
Yasmin
Fadi.
Fadi, Princess of Pilat and heir to the throne of Seven Keys.
Yes, that's her name.
Okay.
Excellent.
And also, there are some details about what you wrote that aren't true.
Right. Yeah, that's fair enough. But if I know that that's her name, I think I guess I'm just gonna say. I think actually I bow, like because I'm on four legs, and I put my head down, and I put my like beak like right on the floor, and like kneel, I guess, and I say, my princess. There is one who needs to speak with you.
All right, I think she's creeped out, but she says, "Yes, I'm listening." She looks afraid.
Yeah.
Do we know if she is a Nobil, a power, or at all like anything like that?
You'd have to do some divination miracles, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fine. I think I'm gonna say, please do not be frightened. This one wishes you no harm. He wishes merely to speak with you. To ask some questions, to learn of your world, for he is from far away.
I think she says, "I am your servant, as always. I will obey."
Cool. God, okay, I don't really have a plan, so let's just go with this. Phineas, he introduces himself. He says, Princess, I am that visitor, and I will speak through your princess. My name is Phineas. I am from a world far away, and I have come here because I have some questions for you.
Yes, go on. I will answer them. And she just sounds afraid.
Yeah. I say, I am no threat to you. I merely wish to know about the throne of the Seven Keys. Tell me about it.
Says, the throne of the Seven Keys is working properly as you wish. Progress is continuing as planned.
Crap. Phineas is a man of good faith. He generally thinks the best of people. I think he's just going to say, forgive my ignorance, princess. I am not your lord. I am not the one who has plans for the throne. But if you could tell me of those plans, I would be very interested.
All right, I think she gets suspicious, and she like holds your head and looks into your eyes. Says, "Who are you?"
Sorry, she asks who I am.
Yeah.
I say, I am who I said I was. I'm Phineas. I'm from another world. I wish merely to know more of yours.
What are you?
A man like you, but different. Oh no, actually, that's not what Phineas would say. Phineas would say, I am a man of faith like you, but different.
All right, I think she snaps the dinosaur's neck.
Yeah, fair enough.
She might not be on our side.
It's a rather rude way to end a phone call.
Also, it was her. Well, actually, I was going to say it's her princess, but also I don't know the world. They might be able to bring her back to life. I've already talked about raising imperators from the dead. Raising a pet dinosaur from the dead would be child's play compared to that.
Yep. Okay. So I think at this moment, I snap back to like current reality, and I'm no longer in the body of the dinosaur.
Were you asleep? Were your like eyes rolled back in your head? What was happening while you weren't in your mind?
Were you perfectly awake and we were hearing your side of the conversation the entire time?
Yeah.
I mean, Will, unless you have something different, I think I just like look like I'm in a very peaceful slumber.
Sure.
And I'm holding my Bible in my hand, because of course I am, and I'm like sitting in the back seat of the convertible, and I'm just doing like the like Japanese salaryman on the subway snooze. If you guys know what that looks like.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Yeah. And then I wake up and I see that we're driving, and I say, "Where are we?"
Oh yeah, you could have been out for a long time if we wanted to have been a long time.
Yeah, like I think I started this process when we were driving to your house, and then like after you left, I like.
Oh, okay, and then I'm back in here. Okay.
So I think you're in Richmond, and Umaya like just pulled up to the Museum of Fine Art, and she says, "Let's go shopping."
I love it. This is the best episode we've done.
Yeah.
I mean,
part of Robert is like, our Imperator is a child, and the other part of it is like, but also Imperator has been in prison for 10,000 years and hasn't had the opportunity to go shopping.
And we're going to go shopping at the Museum of Fine Art. This is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you don't say no to that, so I guess
Yeah.
setting inside.
Sure.
Robert has temporarily forgotten his obligations, and that means shopping is okay because we have no other obligations.
Right. It's like, I'm not gonna go through this, but like everyone like just is like in some kind of thaw when they see Umaya in her true form floating through the museum, and she's just like pointing at things. It says, "Here, get that, and get that," and like pretty soon they are like just carrying a lot of like sculptures and paintings, and she even gets an artist. She says, "Okay, let's put this all in the trunk, and then we'll bring it back to our chancellor."
Yeah, and I have like a trunk of holding, basically.
Yeah, totally.
Like stuffing big marble statues into this
absolutely
car trunk.
Yeah. Like it looks like it wouldn't even fit a TV in it, and yeah.
Right?
It's actually like an extra dimensional space.
Exactly. Yeah.
Totally. And so Umaya then drives back to
Do we
the
pay
chancellor.
for any of this?
Pay.
No.
I mean, she said shopping.
She was being figurative.
I see. I thought so. Want to double check.
Shopping is just a little less ambiguous than selecting. Like,
yes, precisely.
It's the
To be clear,
experience that counts, not the trade in the end.
Yep.
and we're definitely not pillaging, because pillaging no longer exists.
Right?
Yeah, pillaging isn't a thing.
But
We
there's
didn't
no
vanquish these
violence
people.
here. We just took it.
Yeah.
All right.
We're just taking stuff that we want because we feel like it.
It's like window shopping, only you take the stuff home.
Yeah.
you know, back when I used to play Carmen Sandiego games, I always wondered how like they stole the bridge and that kind of stuff. Turns out Carmen Sandiego's an imperator.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This would be a full like half an episode scene. Like it would just be there'd be music playing as
Although I think Cameron
it's
Sandiego
the hero-
might steal the entire museum.
Yeah. It's kind of like the hero gets hypnotized and does a bunch of crimes and doesn't know any better type of thing. Idea of that.
Right.
So while we're doing this, can I have a conversation with Trek?
Sure.
Yeah.
So I say, Brother Trek, because that's what I call you, I guess. I've been to the world that your comet It's a comet, right?
Yep.
Asteroid. Meteor, yeah.
Meteor. Gunnan Gap. The meteor discovered for us. It's not what I expected.
Describe this place to me. I may wish to visit.
One second. I think you'd find it very intriguing. And I described physically what I saw and the peculiarities of the relationship between the dinosaur and the woman. And I say, the culture seems strange. I know from my vision that they know something about the soul of the creator. I think it's worth a journey.
I would agree. Your ambition to meet your supremer. I feel this is a journey you must make, and of course I shall accompany you if you wish.
And I think as you say that, I'm like, what's going on? And I'm like stuffing some more stuff into the trunk. Like we see, yeah,
right.
Expensive framed painted copy of like the Mona Lisa, not the original because that's still in the Louvre, but effectively the Mona Lisa.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys get anything for yourselves, by the way?
Robert,
what's the Museum of Fine Art?
I don't know. You know what?
This is the Richmond one, right?
Yeah, I've never been there.
Yeah. You know what we can do? We can Google what they actually have there.
Or a different one.
Virginia Museum of Fine Arts.
Yeah, hang on. Let's all go shopping.
Yeah.
I mean,
Native American art of the past and present, now open. A terracotta army.
Ooh.
Oh, we're taking the terracotta army.
All right, that's yours. You get the terracotta army.
Yeah. I take what I assume not the whole thing, but I assume the piece, the parts of the terracotta army that are
as
there.
much of it you want. Huh?
Yeah. Okay. So I put the terracotta army in the trunk.
Cool.
I love this game.
it is, yeah. Definitely.
Look, there's some very expensive gems.
Yeah.
Roman, ancient. I need something Christian.
Oh, I found something that Umaya is definitely going to take. There's a rare book here called the Documents Decoratifs, and it's basically like applications of decorating places.
Oh yeah, totally she needs that.
Early 20th century European art might have some stuff that's Christian.
I just think there's something in this Faberg collection.
Fabergé?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's stuff like Picasso and stuff in the 20th century one. Cool.
What's this? Moses and the Burning Bush. Here we go. That's what I'm taking.
Yeah, awesome.
Charles Polison. What was that?
Is it a painting?
It's a painting, yeah.
All right, cool.
It's not even a very nice painting, in my opinion, but I think it means something to... No, it's a tapestry.
Oh.
With tapestry. You can roll that up. That's even better.
I think it's a tapestry.
There's a Spanish processional cross, a Kiddush cup.
I saw that too.
The Virgin de Guadalupe.
Yeah, there's plenty of Christian stuff here. Of course there would
be. No, do you know what I'm taking? I found the best one. There's one called Moses Breaking the Tablets of the Law, and the law no longer exists.
Yeah. That is awesome.
Yeah, this is like I mean, I guess God's words would still be written on stone, but
they just weren't laws.
They weren't laws.
Right. But like, I think I see it, and I'm like, I know this isn't right.
This is important. Yeah.
It's like called something different.
Yeah.
Right. And I think so. I think I take that.
Yeah.
It's now called God's Life Pro Tips.
Yep.
Try these. You won't believe these three.
And when it's
Yeah,
like lose
you won't believe
Number
these-
6 is out of this world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Number 7 will change everything for you.
Oh god, the commandments by BuzzFeed.
and it's 9. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Great.
It'd be
Okay.
like click to find out number 10, and then it was just like a 404 error.
And then there's nothing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. Okay, so that's the one that I'm taking for sure.
Cool.
Okay.
Oh, I love this game.
This is amazing. So after we go on a shopping spree, what is the plan? And I think I'm not saying that out of character. I'm thinking Roberts is like, okay, what do you guys want to do now? He's in vacation. Vacation Robert is currently with you. He's like unbuttoned a couple buttons from his shirt. He's like,
Right.
yeah,
I have no obligations.
exactly.
Hey, so okay, I have a technical world question. Do we remember the Imperators being destroyed,
Oh, absolutely.
even though we don't remember their estates ever existing?
You remember their estates. You just
It
don't
just-
know how they worked.
We don't
Right, we
understand
remember
them
that they were a
anymore.
thing.
We remember like the
like-
word and bare bones the hypothetical of the concept. Is that right?
It's like you remember the word but not the meaning of the word.
It's like he had
Yeah.
a dream where you
It's
can
like
fly,
it's like
but in
Yeah.
real life you try and fly and you can't.
yeah, it's
Okay.
yeah. Another metaphor would be like advanced mathematics and having to just learn that without having to like be expected to know that without having taught it, without having learned it.
Mhm.
It's just like I know these should make sense, but they don't.
It's like if fire was destroyed, you could still remember to rub sticks together. This wouldn't have any effect.
Yeah,
Right. So I think I look at Phineas looks at Robert and he says, "When was this? Like it was like yesterday, right?"
yeah. It was literally yesterday, and now we're on vacation.
Or was it? Is it the same day, Golden?
As what?
The day that
As the age changing.
yeah.
I feel like it's probably been about a week because Umaya drove around for a while and
Okay.
you did your mind out there, and I assume you're now like going back to the chancel while this conversation was happening.
I don't think we did.
Well, I mean, we've got all this stuff. We got to bring it back to the, like. Umaya
Yeah.
probably wants it in
we'll
the
take
camp.
some time, decorate. Yeah,
Is this after you decorate?
could be.
Yeah, I think that's okay.
I think we
Okay.
spend some time decorating.
Sure.
We are screwing the world over because things are happening in the background, and I love it.
It starts to rain.
Okay.
Is that a normal thing here? Let me check. Like, does it normally rain?
This is in the actual chancel.
Yeah, it rains everywhere.
Okay,
Yeah.
just making
Are you
sure.
suspicious about this rain at all?
We're suspicious because the GM is saying explicitly it starts to rain.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
it never rained in the chancel before, yes, Trek would be suspicious.
I mean,
But
it
if
rains in the
something
chancel,
happens-
but you know, it wouldn't hurt to be suspicious.
Yeah, I mean, it's not in Phineas's nature to be suspicious. So I think
Vacation
he-
Robert is not suspicious of anything.
Okay.
So Phineas just answers Robert's question, and he says, "I've been thinking, brother Robert, that the world is wrong."
Oh yeah, it is, isn't it?
There's something missing that was here before. Surely you sensed it.
I think it is almost like Robert's literally, because he is literally remembering this, like it slipped his mind, and he's like, "Yeah, I think there are a couple things wrong, more than a couple. Something's really wrong, isn't it?"
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I guess I'll say the same thing to Trek. I'll be like, brother Trek, have you felt the same?
things have been in transition, but if you recall, I think our our co-power change was making things happen. It may be related to that.
Mm-hmm. They say that's possible, but I feel like it is something deeper. And change is someone that we owe a debt to, and I'm sure I trust. Out of character, I'm probably wrong.
This is great change,
Yeah.
is what this has been.
But change on its own is not wrong. There's something ever since the night. I guess we remember the Locust Court as existing, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, we remember it used to exist.
Yeah.
I remember
Ever
everything
since
that happened. That's
Yeah, we-
totally. Ever since the Locust Court, when those two imperators were destroyed, the world has been different, and I think I have a way to set it straight. Robert, how did you find your family? Were they much as you remembered?
I think he thinks to himself, and then he says, yes and no. Part of me... I think he thinks to himself some more. And then... he simply says, with a tone that I, as a player, could probably not properly convey, one of, like, profound and deep sorrow, he says, no, they're not how I remember.
Mm-hmm.
They're wrong.
I turn to Trek, and I think I'm going to say... And Golden, stop me if this is a thing that I actually can't say. When Taurus was destroyed, there was a thing called war that went away. And I believe it is true that war displaced people, that made them travelers who would not be. Has this weakened... Have you sensed this change? Has this change weakened your estate?
I think, yeah, you see Trek like trying to think for a minute, and you can see him struggling. Personal truth is dead. Then the core of the belief that Trek held, where you get out on the road and grow as a person and move, that's all like associated with personal truth.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think a large part of his idiom is missing, like his
Right.
So yeah, I think you're just witnessing some bewilderment on his part, that he's noticing that, you know, something in himself is actually missing.
Right.
And he looks at you and says, you are right, there is something is not right.
Mm-hmm.
Although it seems as if it is just beyond my grasp to recognize.
Right. I say I feel the same way. My church, the organization that I have devoted my life towards, is different. I do not know. I am not sure why now I have started a movement to change the church, or what I intend to change them into. It's become confused. But I believe in my heart that I know how... I know one who can make things unconfusing again. And I know where he is.
Well, if your human tales are to be believed, then in order to find the person that can fix our sorrows, we must follow a road made of yellow bricks.
Hmm. I trust. I smile and I say, I trust you to find the quickest path. But there is something in the throne of the seven keys that is the secret to restoring creation to what it was. You can call it, or you can call it something else, as you will. And I'd like for us to go there.
If you think this may shed some light on our current situation, or even give us an avenue of
We shouldn't leave Umaya alone. Robert does interrupt you to say,
Yeah.
we can't leave Umaya alone. She's vulnerable to the excursions.
I think I'd just say, is she? She seems stronger than she was.
and within the chancel, she should be fairly well protected.
On one hand, they will have less of it as they won't target her specifically. But on the other hand, they will eventually. And
There is one.
they almost broke in without the power they have now.
I have an idea on that. What would happen if an excrucian came near the witch?
Would we know? We could divine
Well,
it.
I'm just saying, like, she had an effect on us,
Yeah.
making us what we were before.
Not
And
a
if what
whole lot.
excrucian... Okay, I was wondering if they would like revert to some sort of nothingness around her.
I mean,
because it came from nothing.
Sequoia, it didn't happen when she was holding Tardiak and Pishtum. So
Right.
That's not exactly how I imagined it working.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And he was only holding him because he wouldn't use miracles, right?
Yeah. I would
Yeah.
say that, well, they would fight, and I'm not sure who would win, actually. But
Okay, yeah. I just had an idea that we could deputize her a little bit, you
I
know.
mean, you could.
Still not a bad idea.
Yeah. That's pretty good. Like, she still is a person and cares about the fact of the declining world and would... Yeah. And now her power, if I remember correctly, is not something that she controls. Like, it's just something that happens around her. She can't, like, turn it off and we can make her an anchor and empower her and stuff like
Right.
that. Okay.
But you guys could leave anchors.
This is true.
That's true. I want to leave my sports car.
I mean, technically I could leave Terte here, and not a big deal.
Oh, that's the second thing. I have a note there.
Well, Tarte's in the church, and you might all want to leave an anchor in the church as well.
True.
The church is my anchor. So I can watch Terte, I guess.
Okay. I mean, I always at least have eyes on the chancel because that meteor is heading toward it.
Oh,
So
right now the meteor is over the faraway planet. It's like it's going to change its orbit eventually and come back to your chancel, but right now, that's where it is.
okay.
Unless you recall it. But then you won't
Yeah, I mean,
really
technically, Trek,
have a way to get there.
Yeah.
the meteor is your anchor, right? So technically, you don't really have to go there physically.
True.
Mm-hmm.
You would just be interacting with reality from on high.
Yep.
Yeah, but I still need to get you two there.
Yeah.
That is true.
I mean, if I don't leave my sports car here, I could turn it into a space-worthy plane, like shuttle, and we could go there. I said travel any any terrain, including space, rapidly.
Yep.
It's true. No, yeah, I'll go with you guys. I'll leave Jonah here. There's a whale that won't leave Umaya's side. A space whale.
Sure. Jonah will be here.
So,
And I will leave another anchor here.
Yeah, and I'll station my clone in the church as well.
Okay.
Are there still people that hunt dinosaurs and like that whole thing?
Oh, like
Okay.
the tribal people of the chancel?
Exactly. I want to use a. Let me check. I think it's domain. Yeah, lesser divination is know thyself. Maybe greater divination. Either way, I can do it for free. I want to know the most sadistic person, like the most sadistic of the hunters. And I
Sure.
want to. I think it's similar to what I did before, where I go up to. I think it's different. Like, you remember when the whole like thing I did with like blood and stuff like that with the clone Robert. That whole. Do you remember that when I made him tried to make him an anchor, and then didn't?
Sure. So, I think you're looking around, at the different dinosaur hunters, and while you are at the surprise, one of them comes up to you,
Oh, okay.
and this dinosaur
Yeah.
hunter's name is Rez, and he says, "Oh, great power of sadism, I come to you, bearing a request. Has been
I think-
passed to me."
Okay.
And
Robert is taken aback, and he he hesitates very slightly, and then says, "Speak." Like he puts on the thing of like, "I am a power. Speak at your wish, and
you
I will
recognize
decide."
him.
Okay. Yeah, the name sounded familiar. As a player, I can't remember.
He says, "Tartayupnapistum has been imprisoned in stone. He told me, if this was to ever happen, to ask you to fulfill his promise, to fulfill your promise of aid, and to free him."
Did I promise aid?
You promised a favor in exchange for his blood.
Yes, I did. I am, from his perspective, I am silently considering this.
Sure.
From our perspective, I am telepathically consulting with you guys.
So, is this a good time to bring up the Imperial Miracle that I intended to use for this?
I don't know what is, but sure.
Yeah,
Probably,
if
yeah.
it's relevant, yeah.
Yeah. So, the thing that I wanted the Empirical Miracle to do is, we labored for a long time to trap Terteutnapishtim in our chancel, and then failed to do so, and he thwarted our efforts to trap him there by using our legal case as an opportunity to undo aspects of creation.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'd like to have happen, what I think is true, is that when I made Excrucians extinct on Earth, his body was fossilized, but I think his spirit, which is the thing that is actually
that's actually him.
Right, actually went outside of creation to wherever Excrucians gather, and I think that's the part of him that that Trek had anchored.
Oh, not his body, but his spirit. I am okay with this, but it's mostly between you and Trek and Golden.
Yeah.
I have no part of it.
It works for me, yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah, you and I had talked about it a little bit before, Trek, and Will, I meant to bring it up earlier, but just we didn't get a chance.
Yeah, sure. So, yeah, I think the request is the same. only it's, release me from my servitude. Release Tardiaptapishtam from the control of your brothers.
I'm worried about what would happen if I say no. If if I say no, the extrusions are probably going to come after us.
Well, are there? Just refresh my memory. Are there? What is the mechanical effect of breaking a promise like this? Or
actually,
just
yeah,
narrative repercussion wise?
You told us before, well, and we can't intentionally withdraw an anchor. So this seems he could be an anchor for someone else, but he would unable to not be a slave, right?
Yes. I mean, I think if we use the... So what happens when you make someone an anchor is that they no longer have agency.
Yes.
Pretend this is Tartne of the Pishtam is a player, and the player wants his character back.
Yeah, okay.
So the way that works is that the player can make miracles on the character's behalf to overcome whatever is stopping him from controlling his character.
Yeah, so effectively he would technically be an anchor but never used again?
He would probably fight himself and try and claim himself as his own anchor.
Yeah.
I know it sounds weird, but...
that's fine. That's not... relative to Nobilis, that's not that weird.
Yeah. It's like the player's taking his agency, and he's like, alright, I want back in the game. This is my character again.
Okay. He might know, he might be aware of the answer that I give. So, as I'm kind of speaking in character, I say, what if we just don't say we will, but not yet? Should we at all?
I don't have a thought here.
Shrek is your anchor. Would you ever are you willing to let him go? Because I'm not going to fight you over this.
Given we remember everything that he did, I don't think Trek would be willing to allow him to have agency again, because who knows what kind of horrible things would happen.
Yeah, and I'm not going to fight you for him, even for a favor. I still have that vial of blood on me.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that Robert reaches into his dirty and messy suit and withdraws the vial of blood. And I'm half tempted to just smash it, but honestly, if I think the first thing I ask is, are you in contact with Tarte Utnapushkim?
He says, no. But by the power of the res, I am aware of all things relating to your agreement with him.
And I can't remember, is there anything bad that I know in character would happen if I didn't go along with this?
Basically, this guy becomes the enforcer of the res. And...
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
I would have assumed that one of the things that went away when the law was destroyed is the res.
Oh. Can I argue that with him?
Exist? Or at least, are the principles that enforce the res, have they changed?
They might have changed,
That's a good argument.
Because this isn't a law, this is a favor.
This isn't a good argument that you can no longer form the res.
Yeah,
I think this is more like a treaty than a law.
It's more of a petition rather than an enforcement.
Right.
It's change the tone. He's not so much demanding that I must help him, but more like asking for it, because come on, I gave you that vial of blood, dude. Yeah.
Right. And I feel like one of the like I think we've established that murder is a fairly like common reaction to people breaking their word,
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
which is interesting.
Could he murder me? I don't know how powerful an enforcer of the res becomes, because that's probably still a thing outside of the law, but I could be wrong.
So there's an affliction 3. I second when the covenant is broken. By my interpretation of what would break it, you could argue that he could do level 5 miracles, or
Like you
level
just use
5
them
miracles would spontaneously be created around
against
him,
me, I assume.
against you, in order to encourage your enforcement of.
Oh, that sounds
promise.
dangerous.
Which level 5 miracle? Like all of them?
As many as I want, whenever I want,
Of
Yeah.
any nature or like a specific domain?
of any
Oh, that's-
nature. Of
That's
any
a lot.
domain, it could be persona, treasure,
Yeah.
aspect, whatever I feel like.
Yeah, the res is meant to be powerful. And it is.
I like how like suddenly like retribution is like has become a natural law.
Yeah, it's become like its own. You take it into your own hands, or in this case, you get someone else to do it for you.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's the situation, then I'm ready for a fight.
I have a deadly and serious wound. I'd rather not fight.
Fair enough.
Meta level discussion. How attached is Phineas to the power of dinosaurs? And would it be possible for you to bestow that power upon someone else?
Huh. I don't know the answer to the second question.
Because
You could
I'm just saying,
delegate responsibility, but you are
I'm
the
just saying
power
this-
of dinosaurs until you die.
this meteor is like going to make dinosaurs extinct. If we somehow replaced Terteutnopishtim with, into the power of dinosaurs, and just had the meteor hit him, I think we're good.
That is Machiavellian.
I mean, there's so the reason I used that Imperial Miracle in that way is because I want to use Terte Utnapishtim outside of creation for a thing.
Sure.
Mhm.
But
I could just say yes, but not yet. Like that, I could probably manage.
I think stalling is good.
Yeah,
Say,
just be like,
saying that like you'll talk with your Familia Celestis about it.
Yes. So I think I take out that vial of blood and I offer. I say, take this. I will do what he asks, but not yet. And until I do, my end of the bargain is forfeit. And so you will hold on to this vial.
All right, I think that's a reasonable compromise. He didn't ask to cancel the deal or anything. So,
No.
yeah, he'll take the vial of blood. And he says, all right, we'll wait. But do not go back on your promise.
I think I just nod.
He says, I know of the conversation you just had with your familia.
I raise an eyebrow and say, interesting. You know I don't intend to go back on it. We're figuring things out.
I know
And-
you're an excellent liar. Let's just leave it at that.
I decide, and he can probably hear this, because if he can read my mind, I just decide not to push things and like, okay, yep. I just agree to what he said.
Yep.
Okay.
And he will leave you. And he goes and hunts some more dinosaurs. And he's pretty good at hunting dinosaurs because the dinosaurs can't hurt him. Like, you watch him like take on 5 dinosaurs
And they like have him in their mouth and try to bite into their
Yeah,
teeth.
nothing happens.
Cool.
All right. I think I do watch that. Yep.
Awesome.
And then I think I turn to Trek and I say, yeah, like I just like, can you take us there?
Before then, I think I was going to mention this because I assume that would be us going.
Yes.
Okay, then my original intention when I'm walking among these people was to find the most sadistic dinosaur slayer.
Yeah, I think
right.
you find them.
Is it a guy or a girl?
Up to you.
Honestly, I don't think we've had many women as terms of characters in this game, so girl.
All right.
Girl is good.
We'll call her Rhea.
Cool. And I think that I think I treat her like differently than I would like. This is the first person I've made the first thing I would intend to make an anchor that is neither an enemy nor an inanimate object. So I think I just say, Rhea, you know who I am?
She looks at you and she's like a primitive dinosaur hunter, right? She's like wearing the leather cave bikini and has the spear and the feathers.
I'm wearing a suit.
I know who you are. You are one of the rulers of this place.
I am. And I would like to make you my vassal, if you wish. If you accept this, then
my
you...
thirst for blood has pleased you, I will be glad to be your servant.
Continue as you were. Okay, then I think before I say anything else, we go through... As I said, there's that, like, there's the whole, like, making a cut on her forehead and, like, sort of doing what's the word? I'm blanking on the word.
The blood bond thing?
The blood thumb thing, but there's a word for it. A christening, basically. Like it's a thing. Only, in this case, it's very consensual and, like, okay and not forced.
Right.
And I think after I'm done, I say, for now, you will continue as you were, empowered by my greatness. If this place should ever become under attack by beings, you'll know when you see them. Then you will have my strength, and I will act through you. And you will defend this place, and there will be much blood.
She's like, yeah. And she takes her blessing, and she goes and slays some dinosaurs in some horribly graphic ways.
Yep. She does them. She has, like, her bare hands, and, like, it's quite gory.
Do you make her into the best dinosaur they can be?
The dinosaur hunter? I think by far, yeah. She can. I think that she can hunt and kill dinosaurs with her bare hands, if that is okay.
Is this a mortal? I mean, is this
she's a treasure, but
aspect?
Okay.
I mean, a normal treasure.
What's the difference with a? Let me check with treasure, because with a.
So
here we go. I'm looking at
cast aspects. If you're just going to cast miracles on your own, doesn't really matter. If you try and do miracles that are too powerful to an anchor, it can be a problem.
Okay, and if they make that anchor wondrous, it's easier to do that?
Yeah, and also it has power level of its own, doesn't take your actions to do. So it's like a way of getting more actions, theoretically, only just the GM.
Yeah, it's an ally instead of...
Yeah. So like
I think it makes the most sense to make her another wondrous anchor.
it's like a wondrous anchor. It's like on the level of probably slightly under the witch,
Yeah, which I think was fine.
and a miraculous anchor would be as powerful as you.
Oh, a regular anchor would be as powerful as the witch.
No, there's 3 levels: ordinary, wondrous, and miraculous.
Wondrous and miraculous. Okay.
Miraculous is as powerful as you.
Okay. That's cool. I'll stick with wondrous. Wondrous
Okay.
is fine.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'd like to quickly do the same thing. I think there was a super excellent Tyrannosaurus Rex earlier that I think we named Matthew the T-Rex.
Did it get
Mhm.
buried alive?
I mean,
Oh,
like
didn't
that's
it?
not. Is that really a thing that matters to you?
Yeah, I mean, all dinosaurs matter to me.
I mean, would it being buried alive impede you from making it your anchor?
No, not really.
No, I mean, actually, dinosaurs being buried under the earth, it brings them closer to their natural estate. So,
Exactly.
Natural state. But I do need to physically get to it in order to anchor it, I think.
Yeah, you
Okay.
gotta feed it your blood, or there's some blood involved. Whatever.
Yeah,
I'm
totally.
kind of
Okay, I'm
hand-waving
gonna
it.
find some. I'm gonna find some other dinosaur then. Let's
Come
do.
on, it'd be so easy for you to.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Hey. Okay, we're in Archangel, so I'm just gonna do a bunch of Persona miracles.
Yeah.
I make it unhidden underground, which is a lesser destruction of being hidden underground.
Sure.
And
Would it be possible for you to anchor all of the buried bones of dinosaurs in the
Just
chancel?
Like,
And you
could
can
you
just,
do
like,
that as one
Call
anchor?
on them?
The dinosaur army is an anchor.
I don't know, guys. I'm treasure 1. I feel like I'm not gonna get. To
Okay.
I just want an
Okay.
anchor in the
That'd be
chancel.
helpful. So am I. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you made it like a
Then
single
maybe you
entity-
want to do something like that. If there are like a bunch of like birds in the sky that are about Wanderlust, you could make an anchor that is all of the birds, just all of the birds.
Just make every road in the chancel my anchor.
Yeah.
So if you make a group of things your anchor, you have to spend time selecting one. So if you're thinking about actually being able to just hop in and take action, you should pick a single thing. Now, if you wanted to say that all the roads in the chancel or all the bones were a single
ground.
entity and acted as a single entity, that's a thing you can do.
Yeah. It would still effectively be one anchor.
Yeah.
It would just be awesomer.
Crazier. Yeah.
Now I've got all kinds of hypothetical questions. If you anchored something that's part of a hive mind, does that mean that the entire hive is yours, or
Not
It
unless
probably
you,
depends on the estate. If I imbue something with a hive mind with great sadism, does the hive mind cut it off, or does that great sadism affect the rest of the hive mind and make it sadistic? Not during anchor, but just more sadistic.
Yeah, it gets weird.
Nobilis, where you ask questions you never thought you would ever think of in a million years.
and they'd actually have 0 answers. It's just whatever seems like it will work
Yeah.
at the time.
Precisely. And honestly, with a game as like this, that's all that would work. Like,
I mean, if you were to anchor the Atlantic Ocean, when does it stop being the Atlantic Ocean? We start having philosophy debate.
Right.
let the Atlantic Ocean decide for itself what it is and isn't.
Yeah.
And in this game, you don't even have dice to adjudicate, so you're kind of
Yeah. It's the Atlantic Ocean, Pacific Ocean, each imbued by enemy beings, each anchored will just fight.
that Panama Canal is a brutal place to be.
Yeah. Yes, it would be.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways.
And then you have like weird things like the power of oceans has claimed the Pacific Ocean as his
Yeah.
his anchor, but then the power of shorelines like made the California coast their anchor, and like they still can't anchor the same thing. So what's happening? It's
It gets no wonder the Nobilis are basically in a constant like power struggle in civil war.
yeah,
Like anchors are why.
they're just arguing and negotiating over like the details forever, and there's no longer any system of laws or place to negotiate these things peacefully.
Yeah. Anyways, this started from Phineas was trying to make an anchor. So let's
Yeah, let's anchor up.
Yeah, so I exhume the body, and I don't think I actually am going to make it be alive again.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to anchor
Skelesaurus
Secret is a
Rex.
Wondrous Anchor, which I think is a difficulty 3 miracle.
Wondrous, yeah, I think it is.
Cool.
So I'm going to spend 2 treasure MP points, but
Well,
I
you're
think
in
I
the
have.
chancel, so you can do it for free.
Oh yeah, that's true. So I think I have an undead. I have an undead wondrous dinosaur
Nice.
Awesome.
as my anchor, named Matthew, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Is Matthew mobile, or was he just
No,
Yeah.
yeah, he moves. Yep.
Undead dinosaur.
cool?
But see, in the movie version of this, we didn't have the budget for the special effects, so he's actually like claymation, stop motion.
Yeah.
Skeleton.
Okay, cool. All right, so let's take a break,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then we'll come back and we will do some things.
Yay! I love things.
I'm gonna go see God
Yeah.
or something.
We're back in 5 minutes.